Every girl in gay.
Every girl in gay. Wow. It's like the beginning of a beautiful nursery rhyme. Thank you so much.
This movie is built for the cinema. I watched it and the speakers were rattling, the chairs were rattling. Have you been able to experience that yet and go, wow, we made this brilliant movie for the cinema?
We're watching it on IMAX tonight for the first time. I'm so excited to see it like on the big screen with all that surround sound. Yeah, it's truly a movie to see at the cinema. It's so exciting.
Which one of you will remember this for getting battered or blown at or God knows what else in the movie?
I think all of us.
Everybody. Yeah. We all took some debris in the face on it.
For sure.
Isaac was telling me that there was actually some storm chasers on the set all the time. Were there times when, you know, the wind machine or whatever was on you, they were going, it's worse than this?
I'm sure they were looking at us like it's worse than this. Yeah, you know, but it's a movie. I mean, yeah. What do you expect? We're not. Come on. You know. but you know, but it was. But they more than that, they were just really helpful. You know, they were really helpful. Like anytime we had a question about something we were saying or something we were doing, we'd act with like it was nice having them there when we could just you know point to them and say, hey, was that correct? Like, did I sound crazy when I said that, or is that something you'd actually do? And you know, they'd be there to be like, no, or yeah, it looks crazy.
I remember one moment, you know, there's a sequence in the barn where Daisy and I are kind of working on the experiment and talking about the science. And I remember Kevin, our advisor, and sort of, you know, I think he was the head of NOAA at one point. He came up to us and just high-fived us. Do you remember right afterwards? He was like, "Oh, you nailed it. I loved when you were talking about the updraft and the striations." I was like, "Oh, cool." So it's always really nice when the real deal people are like, "Okay, you guys nailed it." Because this movie's about authenticity. It's supposed to feel, you know, it's a movie about the authenticity of the heartland and you know, this community and this family. And so it always feels good when the people we're trying to embody on the screen really, really love it and support it and find it to be the real deal.
Did you also question them as in like, you guys are mad? Like you got a snapshot of it. But I went down a rabbit hole the other day on TikTok when I knew I was going to talk to you guys. Like, these guys are crazy. Like, this is their job, but they're loving it.
I mean, I think that's one thing that when I watched the original film, like, I think it's so much fun to watch a group of people be equally like passionate about this one thing. And you know, I mean, obviously from Ireland, from you know, the UK, like our weather is pretty like uneventful most of the time. And so, but when we were filming in Oklahoma during tornado season, you really like, you know, it's such an event all the time. Like you just don't know what you're going to get. And so meeting these chasers, and I mean, there are these amazingly intelligent like people who are fascinated by weather and meteorologists, but there's also this sort of adrenaline junkie edge to them, which is so cool. I mean, they're some of the coolest people I've ever met, truly.
I went to see Sugar Babes in Dublin in like outside, supposedly going to be gorgeous weather, and I got soaked. Like, I swear, it's like Dublin rain constant.
I mean, I was surprised. I went to Glastonbury and I was so thrilled it didn't rain, which is very rare for a British festival.
Have you seen any of the thirst trap memes or videos on TikTok already? And this movie hasn't even come out yet, that people are looking. Glenn, I'm looking at you because God love you, every girl and gay in the world is commenting.
Every girl in gay.
Every girl in gay. Wow. It's like the beginning of a beautiful nursery rhyme. Thank you so much. That's it's nice. It's got magical power. Yeah.
Can I read it?
Anybody can do it. It's when you walk out in a cowboy hat, there's a different swagger, you know.
You gotta read them out loud.
Can I read out this one for you? This is from a girl that I saw on TikTok about your character. Does he need a dog? Because if so, I'll bark.
What does that mean?
That's crazy.
What does that mean?
I wrote it. I did write.
Oh, you wrote that? Yeah.
Listen, I just, it's hard to describe. It's a feeling, not something you can really articulate.
It's really, she's always here to bluff my ego. Pun intended with all the dogs. Anyway, whatever. Let's move past this. What?
Basil brush.
Basil brush.
The music in this, the soundtrack, have you been listening to it? Because it's brilliant, isn't it? Like, there's just country music. I don't know, Daisy, you probably know in England and Ireland, country music has now become massive these days.
Yeah, it's really having a moment again, which is super cool. I mean, that was one of my favorite parts about filming this. You know, when we were in Oklahoma, we went line dancing a lot. We went out, you know, there's country music playing all the time, and this soundtrack is phenomenal. I mean, Luke Combs obviously doing Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, like it's so cool. And actually, that's a big part of chasing. You spend a lot of time riding in cars, and so the soundtrack is really important to like, you know, to keep you energized, to keep you enthusiastic. And yeah, this soundtrack is so much fun. It's
so good.
It's so good.
Before I let you go, Anthony and Daisy, Daryl McCormack. Look, he's a Dublin local fella. What was it like working with him?
Oh, Daryl's the best.
Right?
Yeah. So it's just one.
I hate that guy.
We love
Honestly,
Daryl.
Daryl's like, yo, Daryl is the sweetest person. He was, and like we were all excited because he was coming out here to do a play, which I think we missed. Didn't we miss his play?
Yeah, he was just doing a play when we were away in LA, I think.
Yeah, but he's just like Daryl's honestly, he's such a sweet dude, man. He's like I was a fan of him from Peaky Blinders. Like he's a phenomenal actor, and all his scenes with Daisy are just so like just so real and beautiful and heartfelt. And but he's like that as a human being. You know, I think me and Daryl went to church together in Oklahoma. We shared a lot of stories as far as like in our personal lives and faith, and he's just such an amazing, beautiful human being. You know, he really is.
Amazing. Guys, my time's up. The movie's brilliant. It really is good. It's so good. So enjoy it tonight on IMAX.
Thank you.